Namaste, DDs. My name is Sherry Sutton, and I am your marketing mentor. Happy Monday. Today, I want to talk about loneliness. How many of you as entrepreneurs feel really lonely, right? This is an overwhelming way of life. There are so many things to do. Often your family doesn't understand you, right? I did a funny reel about this last week of my husband, while I'm talking about my business. And that's so true. So many of us entrepreneurs feel really, really lonely. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to be. It takes active effort, but I promise you, the more you find a tribe and mentors and accountability partners, the better your business will do. I have seen this happen in my business time and time again. Whenever I'm going through phases where I'm feeling lonely, or I feel like I'm not supported, or I don't have anybody that I can call, or I feel like I don't have anybody to call, because there's always someone to call. When I feel like I don't have anyone to call, or I'm just not willing to take the time to do it and reach out, my revenue always shows it every single time. And a lot of it is just the energy that you come to your business with, right? You really have to, as an entrepreneur, work on your mindset, work on being super positive, work on fully embodying every challenge and every amazingness that is entrepreneurship. But it can be very, very lonely. So I promise you, please reach out and find a tribe of people to do that with. So I have a couple ways that you can do that. If you want to have me be your personal business cheerleader, I've got a couple ways that we can do that, because it's always good to have a cheerleader in your corner, right? Like I have a coach that I work with. I had something happen this weekend in my business, and it was so great to be able to email her and say like, okay, this just happened. Can you help walk me through it? Just emotionally and otherwise. I have girlfriends who are in this program, who are entrepreneurs who, I can call and be like, oh my gosh, I have, my client's doing this or whatever. What do you do when that happens, right? Having those people is really, really important to have in your corner. And so one of the things that I just created that I'd like to invite you to is called the Goal Getter Collective. We're starting in 2 weeks. I think it's going to be February 4th, February 2nd, we're going to start. I actually pushed out the start date because I have a few clients who have things coming up at the end of this month and who really wanted to push it out to the beginning of February. So we're going to start it February 2nd. It's called the Goal Getter Collective. And we are really focused on not only growing your business, but really growing those relationships that you need to help get your business thriving. So in my opinion, what do you need in your business? You need not only a mentor to help you run your business, especially marketing, because that's the hardest spot for everyone. And you need a tribe of accountability partners, because sometimes it's great to have friends that you can just call and, frankly, just kind of bitch to, but it's also good to have accountability partners. What are you doing this week? How are you doing it? Let's co-work together. So I created the Goal Getter Collective with all those ideas in mind. So it's a really unique format where we're going to do some learning, right? Some good lessons from me on all the different ways that you can utilize to grow your business. But then during every single training session, and those are going to happen every other week, we're going to have an actual working session where you're going to leave with at least a good start on something you can use in your business to grow your business that day, right? And so this will be a group program. You'll be with other people. It's not recorded. We'll be live. So I'll be able to answer your questions. You'll be able to bounce ideas off of each other, whatever that might be. But I did this in my free master classes that I did at the end of last year. And I found that the most magic happened not when I was teaching, though I would like to think that it was just when I was teaching, but it's just kidding. It's not. I mean, the content is really good, but the magic really happened afterwards when the team, the group who came started talking and they started sharing their experience and they started asking questions. And we had some sort of a workbook, where we said, okay, we're going to talk about messaging. I want you guys to come up with their 30-second pitch. We're going to come back in 15 minutes and we're going to share them with each other. Going through that was such a powerful experience that I wanted to create an entire course that does that. So this Goal Getter Collective, we're going to start So we're going to meet every single week. So week 1, it's going to be a training program plus some co-working where we're actually going to implement the things that you just learned. Then the following week, we're going to have another 90-minute session. During that session, it's pure co-working. So I'm going to give you homework for that week. And during that co-working session, you can work on that homework with me as well as with your peers. And that's such a great opportunity for you to build the community that you really need to not feel so lonely, right? You'll have one time every single week where you're not going there to sell, you're not going there to, whatever. Because sometimes the networking things are great and we all have to do them, but it can get a little overwhelming where we're just there to help support one another. I'll be there guiding you along the way. So first week is training with some co-working, and we're actually going to implement things right there in the training session. The following week is going to be a co-working session. The third week, we're going to go back to a new training module where I teach you, whatever the topic is for that time. If you go to my website, dd.marketing, you can click on the Goal Getter Collective and you'll see the exact agenda for the meeting. So the third meeting, we're going to do training with some project co-working right there during the class. The fourth week, we'll be back to co-working and so forth and so on. And we're going to do that for 3 whole months. So you're going to really get very close with the people who are in your group. You're going to be working together every single week. Some of the times just learning from me, some of the times learning, from each other, co-working, and I'll be there with you every single step of the way. So if you're really looking for some strong community, I hope that this program will be a good fit for you. I would love to have you. Again, I really want this to be not only a place where you can learn, but a place where you can work together. And, I've done quite a few recorded courses. They never have the same, I think they're great. And the nice thing about them is you can keep the price a little bit lower. But the thing that I love about these group courses, especially group courses where you don't just sit and listen, but there's Q&A, there's, hey, here's what I want you guys to go do it right now. You really develop strong ties with the other people in your group, which is really important. And we'll also, of course, have a Facebook group so we can spend time in there chatting. Really want members who are in this collective to work together. Hey, I'm putting this reel together. Hey, I'm doing this. Hey, I'm doing that. Whatever it might be to work together. So if you guys are interested, head over to my website, dddi.marketing, and you can click on the Goal Getter Collective or send me a note. The price, because everybody wants to know price, which I totally get. So it starts at $199 a month. So I tried to keep the price point really low because I want to have a really strong community, especially for people who are just starting their business or been around for a year or so, know they really need to amp up their business. But maybe haven't gotten to that 6-figure point yet, right? Where they can really start investing in one-on-one coaching. This is a really great program for you. So I hope to see you there. Remember, you never have to do this alone, right? Whether it's a master class like this one, whether it's working with a mentor like me one-on-one, whether it's just building your own tribe of people, or even just one person who's an accountability partner, find that community. I promise you, you're going to feel so much better. The way you show up in your business is going to be so much better. And I promise you, it will have a direct correlation to your bottom line. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Mwah. I'll see you soon.